So this is the Underbase, and it's a lot like the Allspark. Basically, I think Michael Bay's Transformers 1, where they introduced the concept of the Allspark, and I think Michael Bay basically stole this idea of the Underbase and he gave it another name, called it the Allspark. So basically, what is the Underbase? The Underbase, well, here it says, somewhere out there in the void, in the infinite night, shines a single terrible light. A blinding, piercing, vicious shaft bound together by the very secrets of creation itself. For within its shimmering folds are the blueprints for life and for death. So basically, millions of years ago, it began as a collection of knowledge on the planet Cybertron. There, scholars fashioned it from facts found every corner of the galaxy, encoding and preserving each new bit of data as a pattern of light. So this Underbase was sent into space by Optimus Prime to prevent Megatron from getting his hands on the Underbase. But in this issue, as we shall see, Starscream is about to get his hands on the Underbase for his own benefit. You can see when the Underbase passes through the atmosphere of a planet, the whole planet is destroyed. And here on Earth, chapter 1, we see the Autobots finding a human, and not just any human. This is actually Buster Witwicky, the brother of Spike Witwicky, and this only happens in the comics, where, I mean, in the cartoon, in the G1 cartoons, we never see or hear anything about Buster. But the comics, they introduce Spike's little brother, Buster, and in fact, Buster is a lot more involved with the Transformers in the storyline in the Marvel comics compared to Spike. So here we see the Autobots finding Buster all alone in the Arctic ice, and the next scene we see the Decepticons led by Scorponok and Ratbat. Oh yeah, and so Ratbat in the comics is the leader of the Decepticons, of one faction of the Decepticons, and Scorponok is the leader of another faction, another group of Decepticons. And so basically, Scorponok leads the Headmasters, Target Masters, and Pretenders, and while Ratbat leads the normal Decepticons. And these two have actually joined up together because they discovered that Starscream made both groups of Decepticons fight each other in order for Starscream to escape with Scorponok's ship. And so Starscream is on his way to get the Underbase, while the two groups of Decepticons fight each other. And then now the Decepticons, they found out what's happened, as described here. Scorponok, Ratbat is telling Scorponok about what happened in the last issue. You can see Scorponok and the Predacons are fighting, and while Starscream's flying over, and Starscream stole Scorponok's ship. And the next scene we see Fortress Maximus over here. He's running out from the Ark, the Autobot Ark headquarters, and basically Spike with Wiki is Fortress Maximus's head. So Spike by now is a headmaster. As you can see here, Fortress Maximus, the head transforms into Cerebros, and Cerebros' head transforms into Spike. So Spike is demanding to see his brother, and he's concerned about Buster. And this is Spike over here, and he's wearing his headmaster exosuit, and Spike is ordering Fortress Maximus to put Buster into his chest component. There's a chamber in Fortress Maximus's chest, and apparently he's trying to heat up Buster's body, because Buster has been found frozen, almost dead in the Arctic ice. And here we see Optimus Prime arriving, and he's saying, "I'm glad to see my old friend Buster is recovering." And Optimus Prime transforms, and then all of a sudden Blaster says, "We've walked into a trap, looked." And here the Decepticons such as Astrotrain, Laserbeak, and Blitzwing starts to attack them. And here you see Trax is attacked by this Terracon here, Blot, and Hound is attacked by Weird Wolf, the headmaster. Mirage is killed off by Octane. Omega Supreme being blasted by Barzal. Beachcomber being attacked by Mind White, the headmaster, and Slingshot as well, being hit by Astrotrain. And even Perceptor here is caught by one of the Pretenders. And the next scene we see the Decepticons jet, and this is Eight-Face, the headmaster, Slugslinger, the target master, and Barzal, and they are attacking the Autobot jets such as the Aerobots, Swoop, the Dinobot, and Powerglide. And here we see Fortress Maximus in action there, blasting the Pretenders. And here Eight-Face and Snapdragon transform into their beast mode and attack Fortress Maximus from above. And while Blaster tries to defend Fortress Maximus. And then the next scene we see Starscream in Scorponok's ship, and here's the ship, and that's the Underbase approaching the ship. So Starscream is saying here, he's saying, "Oh, now it's my moment of triumph. I'm going to have the Underbase and have unlimited power and become invincible." And the next page we see Fortress Maximus being attacked by Ratbat, who is the commander of the Decepticons. Yeah, and suddenly Buster emerges from Fortress Maximus's chest, and then when he sees Ratbat, Ratbat was surprised because he thought in the previous chapter Ratbat asked Starscream to destroy Buster, but instead of killing off Buster, Starscream actually brought Buster to the Arctic, and with a homing device for the Autobots. Basically, Buster was left in the Arctic, and just for the Autobots to come to the Arctic to rescue him. So basically, what Ratbat discovered is that both the Autobots and Decepticons have been led into fighting each other by Starscream, while Starscream goes off into space to get the Underbase. So here we see both Ratbat and Fortress Maximus telling the Autobots and Decepticons to cease fire, because they both realized that both Autobots and Decepticons have been led into a trap. Not a trap, but diversion by Starscream. So both Optimus Prime and Scorponok now decides to stop Starscream as the main priority, and they work together to repair Ratbat's base, which is also a shuttle. That's Ratbat's base, Decepticon base in the Arctic, and all the Autobots and Decepticons bought this Decepticon base to, in pursuit of Starscream. And here we see Starscream gaining possession of the Underbase,